For the next park review, we're talking about something really old and historic, not one of those big old amusement parks with tons of roller coasters. We're actually talking about a park that was around way before any of those others. This is the park that inspired Kings Island. This is Coney Island in Cincinnati, Ohio. Not to be confused with Luna Park, which is in Coney Island in Brooklyn, New York. This park sits along the Ohio River, has one roller coaster, though it used to have many others. The issue is that because this park is along the Ohio River, it has a reputation for actually flooding. And so this park has flooded on multiple occasions, most recently, at least as of when this video is being put out, a few weeks ago. Because the park has flooded several times, it meant that they had to get rid of a lot of their historic attractions. But they do have a handful of rides. They're really mainly known for their water park nowadays. Most people that go to Coney Island go for the water park, not as much the amusement rides. They do have a couple though, like you have your Scrambler. They have a Ferris wheel that's actually kind of cool. It actually goes around pretty fast. And actually my favorite attraction at that park was you can take out paddle boats onto this little lake that they have out front. And it's included when you get the band that allows you to do all of the rides. A lot of the times those type of rides are upcharges. So it was really cool that I could do that for essentially the price that I paid to ride everything else. And I really liked that. Paddle boating was cool. There aren't too many amusement parks that do that. And those that do often charge more for it. That being said, I thought this park was kind of expensive. I didn't think that the value matched the price paid. Like if you want to get a season pass to the water park, it's really expensive. I mean, I know it's pretty typical for amusement parks to charge a lot for parking, but I thought it was kind of ridiculous that you're paying that same amount for parking at Coney Island. Like it just didn't seem worth it, especially when the parking costs pretty much the same amount to do all the rides. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. I mean, the only roller coaster that they have is a Pinfari, so it kind of sucks. There really isn't a whole lot of reason to go here, especially when you're so close to Kings Island. Really, a lot of the people that come here are locals. There aren't too many tourists that visit this area. The only reason I stopped by was because I had some time to kill and I hadn't been here before and I knew they had a coaster, so that's one more credit for me. So I said, sure, I'll stop by. And we were here for maybe an hour or two. You don't need a lot of time here. If you're doing the water park, sure, then you can plan for some more time. But I mean, it's like nicely laid out. They have lots of landscaping. It's in a kind of cool part of town. And just because you have the river right there, like it's pretty neat. But I think if you really want to go here and you're kind of on a tight schedule, you could fit in this park with Kings Island. I mean, what we did, we went here for an hour or two and we were getting hungry, so we left and went to Kings Island so we could use our dining plan. So I don't think that this is a park that you necessarily have to get to. I mean, it is kind of cool just with all its history and whatnot, but I think this is one of those parks that is kind of past its prime. Like, it came and went. It was popular back in the day, but now it's just kind of a shell of its former self. So those are just some quick thoughts on Coney Island in Cincinnati, Ohio. Let me know if you've been here, what you think of this place. If you're wanting to go, you can post all those thoughts in the comment section below. And of course, stay tuned for more park reviews coming soon to Coaster Studios.